Hi, everybody. It's Wendy Williams coming to you just to do a quick check-in for the No Complaining Challenge. It's day 4. And so I just wanted to see how you guys have been doing with it. Um, Again, I know I started it a few days before I put the challenge out. However, I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I've been feeling since asking other people to join and since it's day 4. Just wanting to see what your feedback is. And you can listen to this and get some pointers. Even if you didn't or you don't want to take the challenge, just try to incorporate a few of these tips into your daily practice to help alleviate some stress. Also to get a little bit more clear-minded and to be a little bit more solution-focused versus just complaining and draining yourself and driving yourself crazy. Okay, so for me, what I've been doing, I have a very high stress job, and I had other stressors in my life also. And so what I had to decide to do is to be a little bit more grateful, right? And so even though some things feel like a lifetime, some things feel like, this is just too stressful for me, something else has to come through. But in the meantime, what you can do is say, you know what, I'll be grateful for this opportunity because I know that in this experience is here to teach me something. So I need to get a little still. Getting still was very helpful for me, guys. And sometimes you're not able to get still, but if you are able to get still, that means you're gonna have to put your phone on vibrate. That means no social media, even if it's for 30 minutes. You deserve 30 minutes of quiet time to meditate, to pray, to talk to yourself, to reflect over the experience or your day, and to see how to respond to it differently the next time it should come around. Or to follow up with the individual or, whoever's involved and say, hey, I thought about some things and this is how I want to work this out moving forward. Because again, you have to try to be solution focused or you'll be stressed out with everything all of the time. And what people don't realize is that complaining a lot, it keeps you in a posture and a mindset of someone has done me wrong. It keeps you in a place of feeling like you're a victim. It keeps you stuck in anger and your spirit in anguish, like, somebody's done me wrong and, I have no power over this situation. When that is the farthest from the truth, you have power over everything. If you're an adult, you have the power to control yourself. You can't control anyone else. And to be deliberate and intentional about how you're going to respond to this trigger or stressor. And so the top 3 things I've done for the last week, which have been helpful in so many ways. I mean, I don't feel as stressed. I'm not as tired. Mental clarity has been at a high. And I can just sit still and think about a solution versus complaining about it. Because you guys don't realize how complaining drains your spirit. It just keeps you, and people look at you like, oh, she fussing again today. What is he fussing about today? So you don't want to be a fuss box, right? You want to be solution focused so that you can learn what you got to learn from the experience or experiences and apply it to your life moving forward and just be a positive, good, better, elevated, peaceful sense of yourself, right? And keep in mind, guys, that we're not perfect. So the same way you're judging and holding on to an experience or an offense that somebody has done against you, keep in mind you hurt people too. You make mistakes. Don't you want somebody to speak life into you and not judge you or criticize you for what you've done? I know I do. I appreciate constructive criticism. I can even take some firm feedback as long as you're not trying to break my spirit in the process, okay? So the top 3 things I did for this first week, and even if you're not taking the challenge, just consider it, right? Employ it, try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And for all of you who know it all and you don't need this type of information, this should be a refresher for you. Pass the information on to somebody who could benefit from it. So the first thing I had to do was learn to be grateful. Count it all joy. okay? Because things can be much harder. And a lot of times when you're stressed and you're not thinking well and you're feeling overwhelmed, you don't think about the resources and support you have. You sometimes will tell yourself, I don't want to ask anyone for help. Nobody can help me out of this situation. And that's one thing I always do. No one can help me. I'm this woman on my own island, stressing myself out when there's people who probably could give me a word that'll help, bring some clarity to something, or they'll point me to a resource that I didn't even think about or knew existed. But as long as you're telling yourself nobody can help you, woe is me, you can't be grateful for the opportunity to learn from it so that you can develop a skill and a different mindset and perspective on how to handle it moving forward. Be grateful. The second step, which was helpful, the second thing that I intentionally did to not complain for the last few days, was to get still. When I got still, I took 30 minutes for myself. I wasn't always able to do it, but in those moments when I got still, that means I took time out for Wendy Williams, okay? And I wrote, whether it's in the iPhone section of my the note section in my iPhone, or a sheet of paper. It could be scrap paper. It didn't matter to me what it was. I wrote, because writing is very therapeutic. You can also ask yourself some questions, brainstorm, plot, do whatever you need to do on the sheet of paper. Get it out of you, whatever is frustrating you. Look at it on a sheet of paper. Get some clarity about it. Ask, what is this trying to teach me? What can I do right now within the resources and supports that I have right now? What can I do to make this situation better or react to it differently? Okay? That's what it's all about, reacting to it differently and more positively and effectively. And the last thing I've done to help myself to not complain for the last few days, the last step is, I would just say prayer. Prayer has been very helpful to me. It ties into the gratitude piece because I've been able to say, God, I know that this experience is here to teach me something. I am open. I surrender over my need to be in control. I let it go, God. Show me what it is I need to learn. What is my assignment right here in this experience? Allow me to see it so that I can do my work and move on to the next blessing and opportunity. That's what it's all about for me. I don't want to keep recycling experiences because I'm stuck in my own ways and leaning on my own understanding by complaining and polluting my own spirit with my mouth. Instead of doing that, I want to plant good seeds, because you know that your words are seeds, right? So I want to flow from a place of being positive. I want to flow from a place of being solution focused. I want to flow from a place of being full of faith, Trust me, guys, I have been stressed for the last few weeks, and I didn't let it bother me. Now, had this would have happened a few months ago, the few things that I've been experiencing lately, I would have daggone it had a nervous breakdown. But I didn't, because I've been intentional about what I'm listening to, what I'm telling myself about my experiences and what they mean, and I've just decided to release it. Pray, whoever it is you pray to, whoever it is you meditate to, release it and give it to them and ask them to show you what you should be doing. To forgive you for the role that you have played and your part in it, and show you what to do to move forward. I guarantee you, it's going to help you to feel less stressed. It's going to bring some mental clarity. You're not going to be a fuss box. You're not going to have that negative energy. You're going to be feeling awesome, like myself. So that's what I just want to share with you guys. Hopefully some part or at least one tip will help you to feel less stressed for the next few days. I'll do another check-in. Today is Monday night. I'll do another check-in on Thursday in 3 days, just to see how you guys are doing with the no complaining challenge. If you have any questions, any comments, concerns, please leave it below, and I will definitely respond to you all. Thank you so much for listening.